This is Inside NHL 16, Offline Playoff Mode.
Hi again, guys. This is online NHL play-by-play announcer and hockey commentator Eric Munter. I'm giving you a look at this year's EA Sports NHL game. This is NHL 16. I'm in the main menu and I'm going to show you the offline gaming modes we have today, focusing in on the playoff mode. So if you're looking to bypass the pesky season and just jump right into the Stanley Cup playoffs, you can go ahead and choose the playoff mode. Here you have the option of setting the number of teams, 16 of course, the traditional number that you get to see if you watch the NHL. You can choose between 2 if you want to jump right to the championship round, 4, 8, I'm going to go ahead and stick with 16. Your playoff series length, you can choose between the best of 7, a single knockout option, best of 3, best of 5, I'm going to stick with 7 also. The period length, you have the option to choose between the least amount is 3, and of course, if you're looking for real authenticism, 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go with 4. The playoff tiebreak options, you have a continuous overtime, which is what you see in today's NHL. You have a shootout option, 5-minute 3-on-3, then shootout, or 5-minute 4-on-4, then shootout. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with the continuous overtime option. Difficulty, you can choose between Pro, All-Star, Superstar, or Rookie. I'll stick with Pro in mine. And the game style, you have the options to choose Simulation, Hardcore, Custom, or Arcade. So once you have your options set, go ahead and click on Continue, which brings you to the teams you want to have qualify for your playoff. So if you're not all that happy with what you're seeing in the initial layout, which is mimicking what you saw in the 2015 Stanley Cup playoffs, you can go in and say if you wanted to make it so that the Minnesota Wild or instead the Los Angeles Kings, you could have the Kings facing off against the Blues. And as you saw there when I brought up those options, you can even choose between Eastern Conference teams and disregard conference alliances in this playoff setup. Once you have everything set up that you'd like, click your Start Playoff, and that brings you to the hub for the playoff mode. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see where you currently stand. I obviously haven't played any games when you first get into this series, so it'll be tied 0-0. The second column here gives you your Stats Central. It shows you the various matchups and where each series stands, and you can also edit players, save your playoff run, and of course, make various changes to the settings, all standard, and what you would see in all the other gaming modes in this year's NHL game. So that's a brief look and overview at EA Sports NHL 16's playoff mode.
Follow Eric Munter on Twitter and be sure to subscribe on YouTube.